Hello, my name is Fiona, and I'm a certified teacher and a Praxis coach with Study.com. Are you gearing up to take the Praxis Government and Political Science exam? This is test code 5931. This exam is intended for secondary teachers and covers a range of subtopics. Today we'll be focusing on civil rights and civil liberties, specifically landmark court decisions. Let's explore the types of questions you can expect to find on the exam. Let's jump in. Question number 1. Which of the following is a primary provision of the 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution? The right to form partnerships, the right to form a militia, the right to own property, or the right to due process of law. The right to form partnerships is not related to the 14th Amendment. The right to form a militia is covered under the Second Amendment. The right to own property is generally protected under various property laws, but it is not a primary provision of the 14th Amendment. The correct answer is the right to due process of law, which is a primary provision of the 14th Amendment, ensuring that no state shall deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Question number 2. Which of the following legal principles was established by the U.S. Supreme Court in the Plessy v. Ferguson case? Transactionary discrimination, separate but equal, one person, one vote, or the right to tax polls. Transactionary discrimination is not a recognized legal principle established by Plessy v. Ferguson. One person, one vote is a principle related to voting rights and representation, not established by this case. The right to tax polls is not relevant here. The legal principle established by the U.S. Supreme Court in the Plessy v. Ferguson case is separate but equal. This principle upheld the constitutionality of racial segregation under the premise that segregated facilities were permissible as long as they were equal in quality. Question number 3. Which of the following Supreme Court cases was instrumental in establishing students' rights to free speech in schools? Leadville v. Tompkins, Tinker v. Des Moines, Wilhelm v. Board of Education, or Arnold v. Chicago? Leadville v. Tompkins, Wilhelm v. Board of Education, and Arnold v. Chicago are not related to students' rights to free speech in schools. The correct answer is Tinker v. Des Moines, which was instrumental in establishing students' rights to free speech in schools. This 1969 Supreme Court case ruled that students do not shed their constitutional rights to freedom of speech or expression at the schoolhouse gate. Question number 4. The Supreme Court ruling in Mapp v. Ohio established which of the following principles? The right to remove a justice from a case due to bias, the exclusionary rule for illegally obtained evidence, the exclusion of forced testimony from blood relatives, or the right to remove a sitting juror due to established bias. The right to remove a justice from a case due to bias is not the principle established by Mapp v. Ohio. The exclusion of forced testimony from blood relatives is not related to this case either. The right to remove a sitting juror due to established bias is also not the principle in question. The Supreme Court ruling in Mapp v. Ohio established the exclusionary rule for illegally obtained evidence, which prevents illegally obtained evidence from being used in court. I hope this video has given you a clearer understanding of the types of questions you'll face in the Civil Rights and Civil Liberties section of the Praxis 5931 exam. If you found this content helpful, please like and subscribe to our channel. With Study.com's support, you'll feel confident and well prepared for exam day. Best of luck with your exam preparations, and goodbye for now.